What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. And in today's video, I have a very old and rare figure. We're going to be looking at the Mezco Cinema Fear Series 1 Jason from Friday the 13th, the final chapter. I have wanted this figure ever since I was a little kid. My God, are these figures hard to find? Are they expensive? I got a steal on mine just because it is a little damaged, but I don't care because I'm taking mine out of the package anyways. These things go for around $500 on any site you try and buy them on. I got mine for $60. I know it's real. I've done my research. We got on the back here, we got the rest of the figures in the series. We got Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. The Dream Warriors. Got this Jason here. You got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface, and then you got Chop Top from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I am beyond excited to open this guy up and have a closer look at him. Alrighty, so here we have Jason out of the packaging. Now, before we actually get into the figure, I want to get into some of the accessories. Now, first accessory we got here is the Pamela Voorhees tombstone. Now, this has a lot of freaking weight to it, man. This is a very heavy accessory. I've never owned anything from Mezco before, especially not something this old from Mezco. But the quality just feels so much nicer than what we get today. I mean, like, the new NECA ones are like so like, yeah, they're that cheap light plastic that if you want, like, it would snap instantly. You ain't snapping this thing, man. It's made out of like a hard rubber plastic, and it smells amazing. It feels amazing. It says Pamela Voorhees, 1930 to 1979 at rest. And it just made out of really good fucking material. He also, hold up, I got still got that strap thing on the bottom of it. He also comes with an axe. Got some nice blood work there on the end of the axe. Let's get that to focus. Hold up. Come on, focus. There we go. Yeah, it's got some nice blood work there. It's got this scrape design on it. Look, the paint has been washed off. Now, I know that NECA has done a Friday 13 Part 4 figure. You'd be surprised to know that I actually prefer this version, and I'll explain why in a bit, but here is his machete. It's a bit big looking, but, still cool. Got some nice blood work there at the bottom. Pretty cool. He comes with the meat cleaver, obviously. Getting some nice slight blood work on it. It's when he kills, the guy in the kitchen. He comes with the hacksaw that killed Axel at the beginning of the movie. When he twists his head around. Very nice. He comes with an alternate hand, which is the machete hand. So you're able to slide the machete into the slot like that, which is very cool looking. And he comes with an alternate head, which we're going to look at after we look at the figure. So here we have Jason. Man, oh man, this figure is everything I wished it was going to be, everything I wanted it to be. My God, this figure is fantastic. My only knock on this figure is the really goofy stance that they gave him. It makes him very hard to stand. You have to bend the knees in a particular way. But man, this figure's got some weight to it. Like, he's heavy, It's just a sick figure. I love how his hands are like all crunched up like that. Now, again, NECA did release their own version of this figure, which is much more accurate and on point to the film. But I've always preferred this version. There's something about it. It doesn't look exactly like the film. It's kind of a little more stylized, and I don't know why. I've always preferred it over the NECA version. Just everything about it, to me, just looks better. His head can rotate all the way around, and it's not on a ball joint. It's, at least it's not it's connected to the neck, so the neck and the head are just one full piece. He can bend at the knees right there, so you can have his knee out all the way like that, but here's the problem. His foot is going to be like that, so he won't be able to stand properly, so you have to bend his knees in order for him to stand. Same with this knee right there. He's got a ball joint on the hip that doesn't go all the way around because of the shirt. He does have some thigh articulation right there, but it's very stiff. He's got a bend at the elbow, but once again, it's very, very stiff. Because again, this is an older figure, of course. His arm does go all the way around. His wrist goes up and down or back and forth, however you want to say it. It doesn't... Oh, it does go around. Okay, so it does also go around. That's good. Same with this arm. Same deal. Now we can... Actually, before we take the mask off, we're going to have a look at this mask. It's obviously not very accurate. The gash wound looks a little fake, and the chevron looks a little off. But still, for whatever reason, I really like this. So we can go ahead and take the head sculpt off, and we got this absolutely hideous, ugly mug for Jason right here. Just hideous. Look at that face. It looks very accurate to the movie, I have to say. It looks a little cartoonish, but I don't know, man. I think it looks pretty good. And look, there's even an indentation from just the mask being on there for so freaking long. So what we'll do is we'll pop this head sculpt off. Very simply, thank goodness. And we'll pop this one on. Hold up. This is my #1 hatred for figures, just popping the accessories on and off. There we go. And then we have the bloodied version. Look how gruesome that is. His head is just in half. So you can put the machete right into the slot, just like that. And you can have him, you know, recreating the end of the movie, where he's just on the machete. Now, I'll never display him like this. I'll always just have him with the hockey mask on. But I still think it looks cool. And you can always, here's what we'll do. We'll take the hand off as well. Hopefully, it won't give me too much trouble. All right, not too much. And we'll pop this hand on. And you can always have him with the axe in the hand if you want. And then have him with the machete in the head. So you could always go like this if it'll fit. Hold on. Let me try and do this off camera real quick, see if it'll fit. It does fit to an extent, but it kind of stretches the rubber material that they use for the hand, like that. So I wouldn't recommend doing that, just because it stretches it. So I'm gonna pop this head sculpt off. Pop this one back on. It's the regular. And we'll pop his hockey mask back on. Again, got to do this off camera because the way the hockey mask was designed, it doesn't exactly pop on all that well. It kind of, you can't just stretch it over the head, kind of like what you can do with the NECA figures. You have to put it on the right way the first time, or else it's going to look goofy and it'll look off. It just won't fit on right. So you make sure you put it on right the very first time. Just push it down. It's not very difficult. And then, yeah, there you go. And you have them on right. So before we end this video, I want to do some comparisons. Now, I do not have, unfortunately, I don't have the NECA Part 4 Jason, the Ultimate version, or anything else. But I do have the... Hold on, let me grab it. Gotta find it amongst my figures here. Here it is. I do have the Friday 13th Part 5, A New Beginning version, which is very similar to the Part 4. It pretty much uses everything the same. So we can take a look at these. Let me get the camera to focus real quick. There we go. So we can take a look at these and their similarities. Now, I feel like these two are much more similar than this one would be with the Part 4, just because the colors are very muted like they're meant to be. Again, the pants colors are very similar. Now, of course, these colors on this figure are inaccurate. His pants were not that color brown in the movie, even though they appeared that way. And he wasn't wearing a blue shirt. His shirt was more green. But, you know, it's still a good comparison, I think. There's a comparison of the hockey masks. You know, obviously, this one's so much newer than the one in the back. But, you know, it's still, I think, a good comparison to make there. And you can just see the size difference on the Mezco one. The only gripe with this figure, and the only thing that worries me slightly, is going to be getting this guy to stand on my shelf. I'm a little worried that he's going to be falling down all over the place because of the way the foot was sculpted. I don't know why they decided to sculpt the foot that way, but they did. But I think I'll make it work. I think I'll be able to do something about it to make it work. And for it to be able to stand with the rest of the guys. There we go. I got him. I'm shocked I actually did it that fast. So yes, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Prepare yourselves for more reviews because there's more coming, guys. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Bye, guys.